The number of coronavirus infections globally has exceeded 5.3 million, while over 340,000 people have succumbed to the disease so far, according to Worldometer. Likewise, more than 2.1 million people worldwide have recovered from the virus so far. Meanwhile, India has witnessed the highest number of coronavirus infections among Asian nations, with over 3,700 confirmed deaths due to COVID-19 so far. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. Number of COVID-19 cases in Nepal climbs to 523 with 66 new cases yesterday. Coronavirus cases confirmed in 40 districts in the country. Government registers Constitution Amendment proposal at Parliament to incorporate a recently released complete map of Nepal, including Nepalese territory from Lipu Lake to Limpiadura encroached by India. At least 76 people killed in a Pakistan International Airlines passenger plane with 99 people on board crashes in a residential area near the Pakistani city of Karachi. And Japan's Naomi Osaka surpasses Serena Williams as the world's highest paid female athlete, ranking in $37.4 million in prize money and endorsements over the last year. 66 new cases were confirmed positive for COVID-19 in the country yesterday, with 15 in Sarlahi and 14 in Baki districts. Altogether, 66 individuals tested positive from 15 different districts yesterday. This takes the total number of confirmed cases in Nepal to 523 and total number of districts affected by coronavirus to 40. In Baki's Narayanapur alone, 13 new cases were confirmed yesterday, which already had 73 coronavirus cases earlier. 7 individuals from Gaida Hawa of Rupandehi, 15 individuals from Gaudeta of Sarlahi and Ramnagar Bahuarwa, 9 from Bad Ganga and Mayadevi of Kapilvastu, 6 from Bara, 2 from Susta and Ramgram of West Navalparasi, 2 from Bharatpur, Chitwan and 1 each from Bhaktapur, Makwanpur, Saptari, East Navalparasi and Morang tested positive yesterday. Likewise, 1 individual each in Dadilthura and Baitari tested positive, being the first cases in these districts. Meanwhile, 3 individuals tested positive for COVID-19 in Kailali for the first time in 1.5 months' time. All the individuals that had tested positive in the district had already recovered from the virus. The number of COVID-19 cases in Bhaktapur alone has climbed to 4. Meanwhile, Baki district has the highest number of cases, reaching 115 yesterday. According to the Health Ministry, health condition of all the infected is reportedly normal. Meanwhile, the number of recovered cases in the country has reached 70, according to the Health Ministry. Meanwhile, 21 individuals were discharged from Sushil Koirala Cancer Hospital in Nepalganj. The ministry added that 3,819 tests were conducted in the last one day, which is the highest number of tests performed in a single day so far. Thousands of Nepalese nationals employed in India have now been returning through the Nepal-India border in large numbers following the spread of coronavirus in India, and the southern neighbor relaxed the lockdown, allowing buses and train services to operate. Around 7,000 of Nepalese have entered the country through different transit points in Sudur Pashchim province in the past 3 days. Out of the 7,000 people, almost 5,500 have entered Nepal through the transit point in Gaurifanta, Kailali. However, tests for coronavirus RDT have been carried out on only 400 individuals. This clearly shows the mismanagement at all the 3 tiers of government in Nepal. As thousands have entered Nepal without any health screening, the risk of spreading COVID-19 in the country has increased alarmingly. Nepalese have been given entrance through the southern transits, citing lack of health kits and manpower in provinces. Even health officials have accepted that this move has increased the risk of spreading coronavirus at the community level. The large number of Nepalese nationals returning home from the border transits has been a huge challenge for the local administration to manage as well. The government of Nepal even had pre-information about the Nepalese returning from India. The current situation is the result of lack of homework on properly managing the returnees from all three levels of the government. The flow of Nepalese entering Nepal from various Indian cities still continues. If the trend continues and quarantine centers aren't managed for the returnees, there's no doubt that there would be chaos in the region in the very near future. Likewise, the number of Nepalese entering the country from India has been increasing in Kantipur's Dodhara Chandani and Brahmadev. 2,500 Nepalese on average have been entering the country through the southern transit points since 15th of May. However, due to mismanagement, people are suffering at the border regions.
25,000 रुपैयाँ तिरेर पुगेछौँ हामीहरु बिहान यहाँ 4 जना 5 जनाको 25,000 भाडा तिरेर यति गरेर पनि हामीलाई सरकारले त केही गर्न लाग्छ हामी आफै पनि सरकारले यो त भनिदियो कि हाम्रो मान्छेलाई घर पठाइदियो भनेर यति पनि गर्ने हो सरकारको हातमा केही छैन हामी त्यो त्यहाँबाट त्यो खटिमाबाट हिँडेर यहाँ पुग्यौं बिहान
त्यहाँबाट त हामी बाँचेर आयो जसरी भयो भने यहाँ मर्ने सम्भावना किन छ भनेपछि यहाँ कुनै व्यवस्था छैन हामीलाई यो माग छ कि हामीलाई हाम्रो घरमा पुगाएर हाम्रो परिवारले खाना दिएर हामी बाँच्न सक्छौं कि त्यो भन्न चाहन्छु सर
हामीलाई 4-5 दिन भइसक्यो बागेश्वरबाट आए पहाडदेखि हिड्दा हिड्दा खुट्टा सुट्टा सब दुखिसक्यो के गर्ने यस्तै भएछ भोकाले पुगिसकेका छौं.
The district hospital in Dhading has closed its OPD services after 7 individuals tested positive for COVID-19 through RDT. The hospital's OPD services were halted after the results of 7 individuals out of the 79 health workers and employees of the hospital tested for coronavirus through RDT method turned out positive. The samples of these 7 individuals have been sent for testing through the PCR method. The hospital has informed that the decision to resume OPD services would be taken only after receiving the results of the test carried out through the PCR method. Likewise, in Kaveri district, the number of sample testing for coronavirus of health workers, security personnel, journalists and people returning from foreign countries who are in quarantine has been increased. However, in Karnali province, sample testing of those individuals who are staying at quarantine centers after returning from India still hasn't been conducted. The government registered a constitution amendment proposal at the Parliament Secretariat yesterday to incorporate the recently released complete map of Nepal, which includes Nepalese territory from Lipu Lake to Limpiadhura encroached by India. The cabinet meeting on Monday had decided to issue a complete map of Nepal. Minister for Land Reforms and Management, Padma Aryal, had then officially released the new political and administrative map of Nepal on Wednesday by including the region from Lipu Lake to Limpiadhura, the region within Nepalese territory encroached by India. The Ministry of Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs on behalf of the government registered the amendment proposal at the Parliament Secretariat yesterday. The cabinet meeting held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar yesterday morning decided to move forward the process to amend the constitution to implement the recently released political and administrative map of the country.
नेपालको नक्सालाई नेपालको वास्तविक सीमा अनुरूप मिलाउन आवश्यक भएकोले यो संविधान संशोधन गर्नु परेको र मूलतः यो अनुसूचित 3 र निशान छापलाई संशोधन गर्न मात्रै प्रयोजनको लागि संविधान संशोधनको प्रस्ताव संघीय संसदमा पेश गर्ने निर्णय मन्त्री परिषदले गरेको हो.
The proposal to amend the constitution is being prepared to be presented at the parliament this coming Wednesday. Yesterday's cabinet meeting also decided to bring back Nepalese nationals stranded in foreign countries within a few days. The government is making preparations to bring back Nepalese migrant workers and students by air and land. The government has made preparations to keep those who arrive by air in quarantines at hotels, schools and party palaces and let the local levels to take responsibility of those who arrive by land. According to a cabinet source, those who arrive by air and who can afford for accommodation would be kept in hotels. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what do you say on the obstructions created while forming quarantine and isolation zones in public infrastructures? Your options are option A, lack of sensitivity towards the pandemic, option B, unnecessary fear, and option C, taking precaution. The voting is on. Type NAWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for our special segment, Media Watch.
The Parliament on Tuesday endorsed the government's policies and programs that were issued on 15th of May. Speaking at the question-answer session of the House of Representatives on Tuesday on the recently issued policies and programs of the government, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli announced that Nepal would retrieve all of its encroached territories in Kalapani, Lipulek and Lipiadhura. Premier Oli stated that the government issued the new map of Nepal on Monday not to showcase nationalism, but to express its strong commitment to retrieve the encroached land by India.
प्रधानमन्त्रीको हैसियतले म यस गरिमामय सदनलाई अवगत गराउन चाहन्छु। अब लिम्पियाधुरा, लिपुलेक र कालापानीको विषय ओझ्याल पर्न वा सेलाउन दिइने छैन। यसको निष्कर्ष निकालिन्छ। यसको यो हाम्रो भूभाग हामी फिर्ता लिएर सोच्छौँ। फिर्ता लिने अठोटका साथ नै भारतले आफ्नो भनेर नक्सा विवादास्पद भूमि भन्ने हो भने पनि त्यो विवादास्पद होइन, हाम्रो भूमि बेकारको अकुपाई गरेर विवादास्पद बनाएको छ। त्यसकारण हामीले यसमा कोही रिसाउँछ कि भनेर हामीले अर्गेल गरेको भए पो रिसाउँछ कि भन्ने ठान्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता। हामीले अर्गेलै गरेको छैन। त्यसकारण यस विषयलाई सेलाउन पनि दिँदैन र कूटनीतिक वार्ताको माध्यमबाट ठोस पहल गरिनेछ र यो भाग फिर्ता ल्याइनेछ। यही अठोटका साथ हामीले।
Speaking at the question-answer session on Tuesday, Prime Minister Oli stated that the government had used all of its available resources in the battle against COVID-19. Prime Minister Oli added that the whole country should stand united against the global pandemic. Meanwhile, following the conclusion of the question-answer session by Prime Minister Oli on the government policies and programs, the Parliament proceeded to endorse the government doctrine. During the interaction session, lawmakers welcomed the government's efforts of retrieving the Nepalese territories encroached by India, as mentioned in the policies and programs. The government on Wednesday officially released a new political and administrative map of Nepal, including Lipiadhura, Lipulek, and Kalapani, the regions within Nepalese territory encroached by India. Minister for Land Reforms and Management, Padma Aryal, unveiled the complete map of Nepal amid a press conference organized by the ministry on Wednesday. The new political and administrative map of Nepal also includes Gunju and Nabi, the areas excluded in the previous maps. Speaking at the press conference, Minister Aryal said that the new map would be updated in the education curriculum along with the documents related to the political, constitutional, and administrative activities. The complete map of Nepal includes 753 local levels and the international borders. The cabinet meeting held on Monday had decided to release a new national map after India started constructing a road link to China's Mansarovar through Nepalese territory of Lipulek in Darchula district. Meanwhile, responding to Nepal's political map, India announced on Wednesday that Nepal's move of releasing a new map was unacceptable. Spokesman for the Indian Ministry of External Affairs, Anurag Srivastava, alleged that Nepal had unilaterally included Indian territory in the new map released by Nepal. Indian spokesman Srivastava said that Nepal's move was against the spirit of diplomatic negotiations to resolve any disputes between two nations. Stating that Nepal's new map was what he termed as an artificial enlargement, Srivastava said the map was not acceptable to India. Srivastava added that Nepal's assertion on the matter was unjustified despite the insistence of the government of Nepal that the new map was released based on historical evidences of the Nepal-India border. Meanwhile, China responded diplomatically to the dispute over Kalapani, Lipulek and Lipiadhura on Tuesday by saying that the issue should be resolved through diplomatic initiative by Nepal and India. Spokesman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, Zhao Lixiang, told a regular news conference in Beijing on Tuesday that both Nepal and India should resolve the issue through mutual and friendly dialogue. China has broken its silence now, although the northern neighbor refrained from unveiling its official stand over India's continued encroachment of Nepalese territory for decades. This has raised numerous speculations regarding China's role over the dispute along the tripartite border region. The debate emerged after India unveiled its new political map, including Kalapani, Lipulek and Lipiadhura as its territories, while Indian Army Chief Manoj Mukunda Narvane had said that protests were rising against India in Nepal at the behest of someone, by which the Indian Army Chief hinted at China. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and stay safe.